Dr. Munn here. Welcome. Week number 3, halfway through. Yes, you guys got this. I have complete confidence in you. Yes, we're in it together as a team, guys. Let's go. All right. So again, thank you for your discussions and your doing your activities and the assessment. You guys got this. I know it, and we're going to move forward. So let me present. Okay, so this is about the internet and the web, piggybacking on last week's cybersecurity, digital presence and footprinting, and the cloud. So now we're going to talk about the internet and the web. This is a video to watch, so please watch it. Whoops, let me go back too far. Please watch it. It's here available in this presentation or on my sheet, activities sheet. So the Internet of Things, an internet-enabled product or service used through or with the internet. It is a thing or an object, and it senses. It's a sensor network of billions of smart devices connecting people, systems, and other applications and to collect and share data. All right. Physical devices, everyday objects, internet connected, we're all in that, you know, like Alexa and our doors and our cars and, you know, refrigerators, all that stuff is connected to the internet, our windows, our blinds, etc. Devices communicate and interact with each other, and they're remotely controlled and monitored. It does make life smarter. It does save money. Businesses love it because it's a lot more efficient along with education and the other fields in the world. It's good for the environment, definitely. You know, going green and all those items that we can control with our apps. Creates ideas, sensors, collect real-time data. Another wonderful video to watch. And just a little thing about the Internet of Things. One example is an app that controls your water sprinkler. Okay, so there is, you got to have a lot of inputs, what the weather is, your soil moisture level, if it's going to rain, what is the ground too wet? I mean, you know, all that information needs to be inputted into the device or the app in order for the app to control the lawn sprinkler. All right, so again, that is a wonderful application, and it does save money because if it is raining out, you don't want your sprinkler on. But if it's hot and dry out, you do want your sprinkler on because you don't want your grass to die. So there you go. This is a kind of a neat cloud. It tells you kind of the verbiage of the Internet of Things, and as you can see, connectivity, electronics, Wi-Fi, and communicate are big words of vocabulary within the Internet of Things. So this is about the web. Please watch that. Also available on your activity sheet and in here when you want to click on it. So the World Wide Web is a universe of network accessible information. It's a body of software set, protocols and conventions, a collection of web pages with information on the HTTP protocol, and the user retrieves information over hyperlinks. So in comparison, okay, the internet, global network of networks with an infrastructure, World Wide Web, a collection of information accessed via the internet, service on top of internet infrastructure. So look at it this way, this example, look at it, the internet as a huge bookstore, like Barnes and Noble. Okay, huge bookstore. And it holds so many books in different categories. The World Wide Web is one of those categories, one of those collections of books. Okay, so there could be multiple World Wide Webs within the internet. Okay. So now we're going into the website. What is a website and design? So a website is a collection of web pages with related content. It has a specific domain that is assigned, a very common domain, hopefully usually friendly domain, and is published on a web server. It contains 3 languages, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This is a wonderful video. It correlates to the Three Amigos and Legos. I love it. So please watch it. It's very, very, very informative. Hypertext markup language, the first one, the HTML person. That is the authoring language. It creates documents on the web. You have a structure and a layout of the web, tags and attributes. Okay, so it is, it starts at the beginning, it has a whole bunch of information in the middle, and then there's an ending. So it is the actual, it creates the document layout and structure. Great video. Please watch it. It's here and also in the activities list.
So what is?
So we have tags here, which are HTML designed, okay, and each one has a specific kind of definition. So HTML tags are codes that define the structure of the HTML page, of the web page. So that it has the placement of text, images, and hyperlinks within that page. It starts with a less than sign, and then it ends with a greater than sign. And we have brackets, symbols as brackets, okay? So here is one, start, okay? And then you have your middle stuff, and then an ending tag is right here with a slash, okay? So it has to correlate, as you can see, head to head, HTML to HTML, beginning, middle, ending. So some of the kind of common ones here are bold, italic. As you can see, they're all within a tag. And here's your closing tag. Okay, it can tell the elements of the page elements, the characteristics, the font size, the color. It amplifies a tag, it interprets the tag, and it's the attributes that properly display the web page elements in an orderly fashion, in a structure. So here is the Three Amigos. There is HTML, the builder, the artist is CSS, and JavaScript is the other person over here. Puts it all together. Just a little, throw that in there. I love Legos. We have some attribute examples. Over here on the right-hand side, here is your anchor tag. Okay, and it has that the caret going to or the less than sign. It defines the hyperlink. Then you have the attribute, which specifies the destination address. Right here, link address is specified in the HRT attribute. Then we have the URL address, the address of the web page to be linked to, in quotes. Then you have your right or greater than sign. Then you have your anchor text, and then you have your finish, okay, your ending. CSS, cascading style sheets, that's the artist involved in here. It describes how HTML elements will be displayed. It controls the layout of the multiple web pages at once, and it saves a lot of work. Okay, so here it is. As you can see, we have right here the style sheets, font family, etc., color, background color, etc. So this is the artist person. The JavaScript is the scripting language interpreted by the web browser. So it creates dynamic content, it controls multimedia, and it controls images. And this is the worker, the finishing person. So here's the difference between HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The HTML creates the structure, CSS stylizes the website, and JavaScript increases your interactivity on how the user interacts with the website. Have to have all three to have a wonderful website. So you have some web authoring tool software that makes it a lot easier to create a website, which you guys are going to do. So there's some free ones and cost ones. We're going to use the free ones. We're going to use the Wix one, and we're going to publish it using Wix. You're all going to create an account as you went through the sneak preview of the assessment number 2. You got to remember that sometimes the page looks a little different depending on your browser, okay, and your user operating system, your display resolution, and your device platform. All 4 of these things need to take into consideration when you're doing a web page. Again, with the mobile, there's a ton of difference because it's so much smaller. There's less bandwidth, and there's touching. You get the size of your finger, and there's very limited multitasking. Some tips. When you're searching for information on the web, okay, please make sure you're very specific. Like the example I put there, the exact, like pit bull instead of dogs. If you hit dogs, you're going to have millions of hits. Pit bull, less, but still a lot. So if you want to kind of narrow it down, you put quotation marks or exact phrases. You also can narrow it down even further by using the plus and the minus sign, or there's a Google Advanced Search or Control F in the search page. So there are multiple ways of just bringing it down from millions of hits to maybe, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, which isn't that bad to go through. This is an important piece, copywriting. This is a short video on copyright, so please watch this. It's also available again on the sheet. Just to go over a little things, it protects the author of the original work. It's a form of intellectual property, exclusive rights for a certain time. It's automatic. Original work fixed in any tangible medium of expression, except for facts, slogans, titles, and phrases. So please be very, very careful when you're importing images in. As you can see, I have here a note down here that it was an image, unknown author, licensed by CC BY. Okay, this is I got from the Google. You got to please make sure you be very careful, and you do have you do give them credit for whoever created that specific image. Especially working on websites, because they are a published document that is out on the web. So you just have to be very, very, very careful of your images. Now, as you all know, web security issues, again, we have them on the web. We have one when we create websites. Just please be very careful on things. Protect your boundaries of your home or office from intruders, especially with IoT devices. I mean, they can be easily hacked. So just, and that's not kind of good, because one instance someone told me about, they bought a house in Florida, which was an IoT house. And one night, during the night, for some reason, they have no idea, their refrigerator had an automatic ice maker and started making ice like at 2 o'clock in the morning. They had no idea why. It was all an IoT thing. Then the blinds were going up and down, and then also the dishwasher started. There was 3 things that happened that night. Then also another person told me that they have that padlock, the internet padlock, the IoT padlock for their home instead of a key, and they forgot their password, so they're kind of they were locked out. So again, you have to be very careful about things. We don't know if it was a security issue or a hacking issue or whatever. So just be very careful of those things. DLP, data loss prevention, minimize network loss, risk of lost or theft data. Oh, going back to the security thing, there's a video, and I think I have it in there on the list to watch, about how a toy can be a spy if the hacker is able to get into it on the network. So yeah, it's really interesting. Hacker use technology and security settings for malicious reasons, identity theft, taking someone's personal information to falsely obtain funds or other advantages for themselves. Malware, damaging computer programs such as viruses and spyware, displaying pop-up ads to destroy one's data or tracking a user devices. A virus, computer program that can reproduce itself by attacking another file. It duplicates when a user runs the infected program. So there has to be a user-initiated program. The worm is self-replicating. There's no user. Okay, it doesn't require a user to do anything. It just in there attacks and multiplies and keeps on going, just like the Energizer Bunny. But it keeps multiplying, getting more and more and more self-replicating. Trojan is a malware that pretends to be a useful program. Once clicked on, the Trojan accesses your system and not good. So there you need a user to do something also to initiate it. Spyware spies on the computer's user activity without knowledge. There are some legitimate websites that track a user's browser hopping habits. Okay, so there's something between spyware that can be illegal or legal. Adware is software designed to deliver ads, pop-ups, usually unwelcome to users' desktop, especially if you go shopping, okay, and you find something like on Amazon that you like, but you didn't buy it, but you just, you clicked on it, you looked at it, you read the information, and then of course you get this little banner that goes across, you got some more of those little items that you clicked on, some items that are linked to that. So yeah, please be very careful of that. Malware, scareware, scam-initiated online warning of pop-ups convinces users to computer is infected with malware or something other program, and fixing it will require purchasing or downloading software. No. Okay, so nope. And it's there to steal your money or your credit card information. That's all it wants. So ransomware, this is big right now. There are lots of these things going on. Access to one's computer is locked or restricted, the hard drive content encrypted, and payment demand to remove restrictions from all data's use. Okay, again, we had a whole ton of them that were just released, not just released, but released to the public. You had the oil piece, you had the meat piece, you had hospitals, Target, Walmart, etc. Okay, so again, just be very wary. Ransomware is there and it will not go away. Code injection is hackers exploit vulnerabilities in applications to insert malicious codes. Data breach, compromised credentials, software misconfiguration, lost hardware or malware. And a malware infection is email spam. Main avenue for the malware attack. Distributed denial of service attack is a group of computers being harnessed together by a hacker to flood the target with traffic. So it's like a whole bunch of computers all ganging up on you to flood your system with traffic. Okay, just think of a big congestion on a highway. Malicious insiders, attacks by users from within the organization. Still real. Assessment 2 is due. That's the website and discussion post number 2 is due. I'm looking forward to discussions. I love them. They're absolutely wonderful. Thank you again for watching. I'm sorry this is a little bit longer, but there's a lot to cover on those 2 issues, and here are all my works cited. So please feel free to contact me. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful, fantastic week. And I will see you week 4. All right. Enjoy. Please email me with any questions. And have some fun with this. I am looking forward to your websites. I surely am. All right. Bye, guys.